Rambling Ted here. Today I am really close to Caddo Lake, but not like my last video where I was in Louisiana. This time I'm on the Texas side of Caddo Lake, at the Caddo Lake Wildlife Refuge. And as you can see behind me, they're doing some controlled burns out here today, which I didn't realize they were going to be doing. But the trails and stuff are still passable in most places, and there is some cool stuff out here. This used to be an old Army munitions factory back during World War II, and all the way up to Vietnam, I think into the 70s. And then they shut it down, and then they decided later on to turn it into a wildlife refuge. So it's pretty cool, and pretty cool. This is a hiking trail supposed to take you by some old munitions magazines. So enough looking at my face. Let's look at something pretty. I would say pretty if they hadn't just burned all this. But I did check. I've got Lisa with me today. They're up ahead, and Paula, and we checked the ground, and the ground is cool enough for Paula's paws. I was a little worried about that, but seems to be all right. So I don't know if I'll talk much right now. I might just show you guys some scenery around here. Controlled burns are a necessary evil if you want the forest to be healthy. Nice little creek. But over here, as you can see, blackened from the burn. A little smoky out here. I do have asthma, so if you hear me wheezing. Also, if you see any yellow on anything, that's an extreme amount of pollen, because that's this time of year when it starts getting really polleny. So you'll probably hear me wheezing a little bit. But I've got my inhaler. I'll be fine. I'll make it. Kind of eerie. See everything burned. Maybe we'll run into Bigfoot out here. You never know. Never know. I'm keeping my eye out though. Remains of some kind of structure down there. There are apparently ruins of the old Army Ammunition Plant. Army Ammunition Plant all through here. So if not on this trail, on other trails, and we'll probably see a few of them today. Sign out here says that munitions magazine. That's what it would have looked like when it was in use. Just built on the side of a berm there. A lot of the dirt has washed away from the outside of it now. Mostly just the concrete left. They have a lot of the places with the ruins closed off because of these controlled burns. So I may have to come back and do another video out here when I can see more stuff. But we found this place. And it's kind of wild. Hard telling what it was. It's got this odd pattern in the floor, like it's a porch. It may have been some kind of administration building or something. Yeah, they're doing a lot of burning out here. I wish I would have known that before I came. It's only about an hour from my home though, so it's not too bad. But so far what I've seen has been really, really neat. Interesting stuff to look at. I just heard Lisa say there's more. Found some more stuff? You'll find where she hollered from. She said there's more. Let's go find out. It's an old fire hydrant, it looks like. There's another building. Let's go check it out. There's another building. This is pretty neat. I'm not gonna lie. I love the ruins of things left over from. This stuff's left over really from the Cold War, even during the 80s when Reagan and Russia decided to disarm. This is one of the places that made rockets, propellant and stuff for the intercontinental ballistic missiles, I think. So Russian dignitaries came here and observed them dismantling this thing and shutting everything down, and we did the same over in Russia. We went over there. So it's a pretty neat piece of even Cold War history, not just World War II history. And if you're a Gen Xer, child of the 80s like me, the Cold War and the Russia scare was a big thing back then. You don't even think about it much now, but back in the day, everything was Russia, man. We were going to go to war with Russia at any moment, and never happened. We'll go through here. There's a ladder. If I were ornery and younger, I would climb that ladder and go up on the roof, but I'm not either one of those things anymore. Well, still kind of ornery. I hear. You go through here and go around that way and see what's in that. This has got a big old abutment sticking out there, so I'll see what that's all about. Pick a door, I guess. The inside of that abutment that was sticking out the back. Sure, it was just a ventilation shaft of some kind. They stored. This was one of the places where they made a lot of TnT too, I believe. So if they stored dynamite, you have to vent that stuff as it ages because it off gases and can be extremely deadly. That's it. That's the whole building there. It's kind of fascinating. You see my shirt, right? Explore outdoors. And that's what I'm doing today. Well, actually, I guess technically I'm exploring some indoors too. But you know, exploring nonetheless. The further I walk, the more I see. We have to keep stopping to check the ground, make sure it's not too hot for Paula's feet. But it's not. Every place I've touched has been cool, so I guess they burned here a while back, but there's still some stuff smoldering. I was kind of upset about the fires and everything. But now, I think I'm getting a chance to document some of the stuff in a state most people never see it in, so maybe it's kind of a blessing in disguise that they did this and I got to see it. This is just really cool to me. I love abandoned buildings. I love seeing things that nature is kind of taking over again and destroying. But of course, because humans, we just like to leave trash everywhere. Everywhere I go, man. Everywhere I go, I find beer cans, garbage, food sacks. Normally I pick them up, put them in a trash can that's only about 10 feet away. But there's no trash cans around here, so that will stay there. There are rangers out here, and I'm sure they clean up. Well, this is neat. It's a long building. This was a large building at one time. I'm sure it was just another munition storage building, but it is neat to see. Lived down here for 40 years and had no idea this place existed. Of course, when I first moved here, it was still in some form of operation. Okay, hopefully I haven't gotten myself lost. There's another building like this one across the way here. But that is it's just neat. It's just neat to walk through and discover this kind of stuff. And I'm glad I get to take you guys with me. I know for a while I was having some issues just being able to get around and go anywhere. Getting on YouTube and watching my friend Adam the Woo and Jordan the Lion and Mobile Instinct and all those guys. Mobile Instinct would probably be great at doing a video about this place, I'm going to tell you. But anyway, just seeing these guys and them being able to get around kind of made my life a little easier. And it made me not so depressed sitting at home, you know. So now I'm trying to kind of return the favor. Maybe there's people out there that can't get around like they used to. I know my viewer age skews from 25 all the way up to 70, based on my analytics. So maybe some of you guys can't get out, and hopefully I'm doing doing y'all a little bit of justice and showing you some things that you wouldn't ordinarily get to see. Another fire hydrant. I don't know, that first one looked kind of like a fire hydrant, but it might have just been a valve. That's definitely a fire hydrant though, in the charred ground, so that's kind of a humorous picture. It's an eerie silence until you talk. Man. That's what a concrete roof will do for you. I've been looking at these capped wooden poles that extend off to the distance quite a ways. They go right through this little shallow, all the way down there. Not sure how well you can see that when you go over. But there. And I mean, they go all the way down there. And I almost think it might have been a elevated walkway of some sort at one time. It's the only thing I can think of that it could have been. Out here at the Star Ranch boat launch. This is like a pretty cool little launch here. You can set, I guess you can set your canoe or whatever in there and jump in without it rocking and then head on out in the water, which is pretty interesting. Like I say, Caddo Lake is just an interesting lake. They just made a movie called Caddo Lake, and they filmed a lot of it in Shreveport, Louisiana. But I'm sure that they filmed some of it here. And when you get out on this water, it's actually, you can get lost. It's like it goes back into swampy areas. In fact, over here, you can see it's just trees. And you can get back in there amongst those trees, and it's pretty amazing. It's almost like being just in a prehistoric place. You know, it's really cool. I've always loved this lake. It is a man-made lake. The dam is over there in Louisiana, near where I shot last week's video. Pretty nice day today, though. This is one of those floating docks. Every time you make a step, it moves like a boat, which can throw your footing off. But yeah, that is part of Caddo Lake. Somebody over there fishing. Or is they catching anything? Paula's kind of scared of ramps and docks. Let's see if she comes down here. Oh, she is going to do it. Nope. Nope.
No, ma'am, I will not.
She does not like docks and ramps too much. Anything that's aluminum under her feet, she really doesn't like. Once she hit this plastic part, she'd probably be all right, but she's going to nope that aluminum ramp every time. Funny. There are a lot of outfitters out here on Caddo Lake that will take you on boat tours or rent you canoes. I've rented canoes a couple times. Come out here. It's pretty interesting. This looks like it would be a nightmare to fall in there. I don't think anybody would want to do that. This is the Star Ranch Pavilion here. It's at the far back end of the park or refuge. And it's a pretty nice little pavilion. I guess you can, I don't know if you have to rent it out or if you can just come down here. I mean, I imagine if I came down here with some food and cooked or some food and ate it, they wouldn't say anything. But if you have a big group or something, this seems like it'd be pretty cool. Kind of nice. This place is a really neat mix. A lot of it's very rustic, and of course it's just woods and you can hike through. And then other parts of it are like this, really nice pavilions and stuff that you can use. And it's free to enter. Right next door is the Caddo Lake State Park, which they charge. I can't remember. I remember I was going to go in there once and I didn't like what they were charging. So honestly, I think I'd rather come here anyway. The ruins and stuff. I'm gonna come back out here at some point and hike some more of the ruins and stuff, because it's just really interesting, really interesting stuff to see. So I guess for now that's going to do it for me. I'm going to sign off here. If I find anything else, I'll just act like I found it before I got here and insert it in. You'll never know except that I just told you. Anyway, be good to each other. Do fun things. Hike through the woods. Find abandoned military compounds. Just look at everything our world's got to offer, man. There's a lot of cool stuff out there. And like, this is free. I mean, it cost me some gas. It's an hour drive, you know. Pretty cool. Anyway, y'all be good to each other out there. Rambling Ted saying next time.